Hi, friends, Evolving Guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. Today is a Tally Thursday, so these are the days that we tally up the things that we pulled in Monday's video. All of this connects to our master set challenges. Every set since Temporal Forces, since we started the channel, we've done a master set challenge for the main series sets. So Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade, and now we're working on Stellar Crown. We've taken different approaches with each one. With this one, we started with opening 2 booster boxes worth of packs, so 72 total packs. Those videos, the openings are posted on Mondays, and then you have 2 previous Tally Thursdays where we've talked about what we pulled from those openings. And then today's is a little bit different. What we opened on Monday was one of each of all the main series set products. So we opened one Elite Trainer box. In our case, it was the Pokemon Center ETB. So that has 2 extra packs in it. And it also has the special Pokemon Center promo card. We opened one each of the 3-pack blisters, one each of the single pack blisters, and then we did open, for good measure, an art set of Stellar Crown sleeved booster packs. So it's a total of 23 additional packs that we're going to be talking about today. So it's not quite the round number. It's not 36, which comes in a booster box, but we are just going to add these 23 packs to our tallies and talk about what we pulled. So, and then looking ahead, I always like to open a build and battle display of each set because I collect we need the Black Star promos, the stamped promos that are in those. And also I like to have one loose promo to be able to put in my promo binder and one sealed promo, sealed into the 40 card pre-release deck. So I haven't really done much looking yet to find prices. Prices on the build and battles usually come down over time, though there are less, I think, desired product. And so that works in my favor. But anyway, so it might be at a future time we will open those. I don't have one sort of ready to roll, so I probably won't have a video of a display opening for Monday. But in any case, just a quick reminder with Stellar Crown, it's a little bit smaller set. It's 175 total cards, which again, the last several sets have been over 200 cards. So on one hand, that makes it a little easier to complete a master set. But on the other hand, as you'll see, I think that our pull rates have been maybe not as great, and we're definitely not pulling as much value. And that has maybe less to do with the size of the set and just the fact that prices on cards in this set have really come down quickly. There's only one card in the set that's really the chase card, and everything else is $40 and under. So it definitely is one of those sets that in retrospect, it feels like you're better off, open some packs for fun. But as far as chasing cards, you're just much better off taking the money you would spend on sealed products or packs and just putting that into singles if your goal is to build a master set. So the 23 packs that we open on Monday, you can see here we pulled 7 hits. So again, roughly 1 in 3 packs, a little less than that. You can see what we pulled. We had 2 double rares, we pulled 2 illustration rares, and we pulled 3 ultra rares. We still have not pulled either a special illustration rare or a hyper rare. We've opened 95 packs, and we'll talk more about this in a minute, but we've opened 95 packs so far of Stellar Crown, have not pulled either an SIR or a hyper rare. Not a huge deal, I guess, on the value side, because again, there's only really one super chase card. But still, it would be nice at this point, with almost 100 packs under our belt, it would be nice to have pulled at least one of those. Of course, our experience might not be typical, but anyway, the good news about what we pulled this time is we did pull a couple cards of value. If you've watched our past videos, you've seen that over the first 72 packs of Stellar Crown, the most valuable card we pulled was $7. So that's not a great return on our investment. To spend over $200 on 2 booster boxes and to really not pull a lot of value, even though we did pull a lot of cards we needed for the master set, which you would expect when you're starting out. So anyway, we finally pulled some chase cards. We pulled the Squirtle card, which is exciting. That is actually the second most valuable card in Stellar Crown. So that's exciting. We pulled the number 2 card. It's just a regular illustration rare, which is kind of interesting that it happens occasionally, like with the Eevee card in Twilight Masquerade. Occasionally you'll have just a regular illustration rare that becomes one of the chase cards in the set. So in this case, Squirtle is the number 2 card in the set. That's both good and bad. I mean, when you realize that, it's $41 or $42 and it's the number 2 valuable card. So that means everything else in the set is under $40, which again, for my money, it just makes sense to buy singles. And it's actually pretty easy, I know we all have different amounts of money available to throw at cards, but relatively speaking, the fact that you've got one chase card, the Terapagos EX Special Illustration Rare, and then after that, everything is $40 and under, it makes it a pretty attainable set. And a lot of the cards in the set, even the chase card or even the special rare or the secret rares, are not that expensive. We also pulled a couple double rares, and thankfully, one of the two double rares that we pulled was the Terapagos EX Double Rare, which is, as you see here, a pretty valuable card, at least as far as this set goes. So we got a little bit more value in this opening, even though it was just 23 packs. We pulled a little bit more value. And then if you look at where we're at as far as our Master Set Challenge overall, so we've opened 95 packs of Stellar Crown. You can see, again, the commons, uncommons, and regular rares. We had those set. All three of those rarities were complete after the first booster box, which, again, another reason that probably we should have just cut our losses or stopped after one booster box, open one booster box for fun, get the commons, uncommons, regular rares, see what you can pull. And then probably from there, if we were smart, we would pivot to buying singles. But of course, this is for the channel. It's a bit of an experiment. Let's say it's for science. The double rares is kind of funny. Again, we still only have pulled, now we've pulled more than 8 double rares, but we've pulled a lot of duplicates. And so we've opened 95 packs and we still have only pulled about half of the double rares, which is a little crazy. Thankfully, we pulled the Terapagos EX. That's the most expensive double rare that we would have to otherwise buy. I'm sure the rest of the double rares, I didn't double check, but I think most of those are, they're bulk EXs, so they're just $1 or $2 at the most. But still, it's a little head scratching that after 95 packs, we've only pulled 8 unique double rares, which is less than I would have expected. The illustration rares and the ultra rares were roughly halfway with both of those. With what we just pulled, we pulled the Squirtle, which was new, but the Lily that we pulled in this last round was a duplicate for us. So duplicates we can, resell or move along and get a little value back. But as far as getting closer to the master set, we just added one illustration rare, one ultra rare that we didn't already pull. And as I already said, we did not pull a special illustration rare or a hyper rare. There are fewer of those in the set overall, but still to be about 100 packs and not have pulled one of either one, I mean, maybe it's just a little bad luck, but I would have expected, our past experience would say that roughly once every 2 booster boxes, you should pull one or the other. And so we've opened more than 2 booster boxes and still haven't pulled either one. The A-Specs, we have all 3 of those. They're not that valuable in this particular set, so we want to have them for the master set, but they're not necessarily chase cards. And then with the reverse hollows, we added a handful of reverse hollows this time around with these new 23 packs. We're getting to the point now where a lot of the reverses that we're pulling are duplicates. And so it's going to be much slower going to make progress here. You can see that we do have 97 of the 125. So we're getting, almost 80% complete. But at this point, we're probably mostly going to be pulling duplicates. And again, it's a case where just to go out and buy the 30, or it looks like the 28 reverses that we haven't pulled yet, most of those are probably, a dime or so each. And so it would be easy enough. It just takes the time to sit down and do a quick order on TCG Player to order the rest of those as well. And it probably would just cost a few dollars to pick those up. So anyway, that's where we stand on our Master Set Challenge. I did want to talk about pull rates. Again, our experience, 95 packs. That's a lot of packs. I'm thankful that we get to open so many packs. I realize that's a lot of packs for some people, but we're not a card shopper. We're not like full-time YouTubers. And so this is not what I do for a living. And so, we're not opening hundreds or thousands of packs and able to report out what our pull rates are. So take it with a grain of salt. But you can see here, we've opened 95 packs. We've pulled 13 double rares, which works out to about 1 in every 7 packs is a double rare for us. We've pulled just 3 A-Specs, which is a little surprising that it's so low. So that works out to about 1 in 32 packs. I suspect that that's maybe not super typical. I would expect those to be on average like a little more frequent. The illustration rares and ultra rares have equalized out. We have 8 of each of those. That works out to about 1 in 12 packs. And I think that that's again, pretty consistent with our past experience of opening. I think all of these numbers actually, except for the A-Specs, I would have expected roughly 2 A-Specs per booster box. So at this point, I would have expected more like 5 or 6 A-Specs based on the number of packs that we've opened. And double rares, almost like clockwork, 1 in every 6 packs. We almost every single time we open a booster box, we pull 6 double rares. So we're pretty close to that and 1 in 7. I think, again, where we have been skunked so far is no special illustration rares and no hyper rares after almost 100 packs. And there's a little bit of bad luck in there. I would have expected, given past experience, that we would have pulled at least one of each, or one or the other, and maybe even one of each. But that's just kind of how it has worked. You can check other channels. I like Danny Phantom's channel. He talks a lot about pull rates, and I don't know. I'm a little behind on watching his videos, so I don't know what he's saying about Stellar Crown, but our experience would say maybe pull rates are a little bit harder, at least for those higher rarities, the special illustration rare, hyper rare. So where we're at as far as 95 packs, again, I use the collector app to track my collection. And I like one feature is that they have the prices. So you can see here that now there's 175 cards in the set. They add the new energy cards. There's 8 new energy variants. They include those as part of the set. So that's why it says 183 instead of 175. But we do have those 8 energy cards. So I guess it's all fine for us. So according to Collector, we have 157 of the 183 cards in the set. That doesn't double count reverses. That's just if we have any variant, either the regular or the reverse. We have all the regulars, of course. But anyway, we have 86%. And our value, thanks to the Squirtle and the Terapagos, is really, I mean, it's still not anywhere near what we spent on the products that we've opened. But thankfully, at least by pulling a couple of the slightly more valuable cards in this set, that bumps up our value to closer to $120. So again, we've spent, probably more like $300 on products. And so definitely not getting our value. I mean, you don't expect that, but especially with a set like this that doesn't really have chase cards, there's one chase card and we haven't pulled it. I mean, if we did pull that, that would really make a big difference. That would double, probably that was almost double the value that we've pulled so far. But short of that, there's not much else in the set that's too valuable. And again, we pulled the Squirtle. So anyway, overall, if you add in the reverses, there's 125 reverses. We're at 246 out of 300. So, 80% in the 80 range. Again, as you know, from past videos, like, at this point, it just doesn't make sense to keep opening packs, at least if the purpose is to build a master set. I mean, $1, you spend $4 or $5 on a pack or $3 on a pack, spend that $3 on one of the singles that you're missing to get the guaranteed card that you need rather than just to chase a card. Now, the Terapagos is the one chase card. It'd be nice to pull that so you don't have to go buy it. But again, the fact that it's about $100, a little over $100, that's a lot of money, obviously, for one card. But in the grand scheme of things, it's the only chase card. Once you find that one or buy that one, then everything else will be relatively easy to pick up. So where we have been, just to show our journey, last slide, is after 36 packs, we were 80% complete. So you can see, again, that's kind of what you would expect. Every card you're pulling out of those first packs is one you need. If you're building a master set, you need every reverse, you need every common, uncommon, regular, rare. But progress super slows down. After 72 packs, we had just increased by 4. And now after adding another 23 packs up to 95 packs, we just added 2%. We're just, even some of the secret rares that we're pulling are duplicates. And so, we can turn those around and, turn those into a few bucks to be able to buy things. But progress has really slowed. So we'll see as far as the future. I mean, in past, we've done a lot more openings. We did 6 booster boxes of Temporal Forces. We did 4 booster box equivalents of Twilight Masquerade. So we opened a lot more stuff. With this one, again, we're continuing to iterate, we're continuing to experiment, and especially with such a small set, it really probably doesn't make sense to open too many more Stellar Crown packs as far as the Master Set Challenge goes. I do have a video I want to put up to show our binder and to open a few more packs for fun. And like I said, I might be considering still the Build and Battle display. I like to open that because I collect the Black Star promos inside. But anyway, I'll have to figure out kind of where we go from here. But at this point, I feel pretty good about starting to buy singles. So I'll probably check out my local card shops and see if singles have come in from this set. I think it would be relatively easy, like I said, because every single in this set, besides the one card, besides the Terapagos EX Special Illustration Rare, every single card in the set is under $40. And we pulled Squirtle, the second most valuable card. So everything else is going to be relatively affordable. I suspect we could probably pick up every card in the set for less than $100 pretty easily, not counting the one chase card. So we'll see. I might do that, and then we can keep chasing the Terapagos EX for fun. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful as you consider your collection journey. Especially the pull rates might give you a sense and what our experience is with Stellar Crown. I think it's a fine set, but it's not quite as exciting with just one chase card in it. And again, as far as value goes, because there's just not much you can pull out of a pack, that's of too much value, I think this is definitely one of those sets to open some for fun, but then really switch to singles pretty quickly if you're building a master set. So anyway, thanks guys. Good to talk with you. We'll see you again soon.